Hey guys, how's it going? So this is a weekend video and we're going to be talking about Solo in this video and how Solo can 1000 times percent your return on investment, and I will talk more about it in this video. So let's just begin by talking about the show that I'm watching. This is so off topic. Yes, absolutely off topic, but this is one show that I do really recommend. This is a really good show. Basically, there is this world has a bunch of people who develop powers, and each of these people have individual powers. And this pink hair girl is an agent of humanity, and her mission is to go out and slaughter these children or kids that are on this island who have powers that they are being trained to maintain their power, and her job is to exterminate all these kids. So, and she acts like, a nice girl, but obviously there's some motivation behind it, and it's like a very complex story, and it feels kind of like Death Note, where it's like, there are people who are very suspicious, and there's like a whole mind game kind of story behind it, and the fact that people die and get killed, and it's an awesome series. One of the best I've ran across in a while. Yes, it's an anime, but you can go to animetake.tv to watch this video. But anyways, moving forwards, this article came out here, why Solo could be your next 1000% winner. Small cars have never sold well in the United States. Electrameccanica and electric vehicle pioneer that is on the cusp of bringing a purpose-built single-seat 3-wheel electric car to the market in late 2020. Hopes to change the reality, sells a bunch of tricycle EVs over the next few years. If the company does that, Solo stock will turn into 1000% winner. This will be mostly because Electrameccanica valuation today is a mere $175 million versus $10 billion valuations for traditional 4-wheel EV maker. So obviously Solo, in this article, they're stating that Solo is extremely undervalued for being an electric car company, since all the electric car companies are overvalued in the billions and billions of dollars of evaluation, and Solo is $175 million evaluation. So 3 things that could cause Solo to go up. First of all, the Solo will be popular with consumers. So Solo does well. The consumers like it, and they are actively buying the vehicle because they like the look of the car, and a lot of people, like it and they want to buy it. This picture right here obviously shows that a lot of people are staring at the Solo car. This person's staring, this person's staring, this person's staring. A lot of people stare at this car. A lot of people might not buy it, but a lot of people stare at the car. So it creates, the Solo car creates a very good advertisement vehicle because people have to stare at the car because it looks so funky. It's not something that people see around a lot. So it could be good for business. So my 2 theory is, so if Solo was to be 1000% winner, they would have to be popular with consumers. So a lot of people would buy it, and they would have to announce a big contract from a big fleet operator like Walmart or Amazon that are willing to buy hundreds of thousands of cars off Solo. If this is the scenario, Solo stock will boom to be a multi-billion-dollar company in the future. And if you buy here and gamble that Solo will be eventually a multi-billion-dollar company in the future, you could 1000%. This could be a 1000% winner in the very near future. That's the gamble you're taking. But there's also the fact that the Solo car could completely fail. No consumer wants it. No fleet operators want it. The car just absolutely does not sell, and it completely fails. Then yeah, I can see this as a big risk too. I can see the stock going back to like 50 cents, or maybe the company will go bankrupt. I mean, I don't see it going bankrupt simply because their balance sheet is very strong. They don't have very much debt, and they have more cash than they have in debt. So I really don't see it. I can see the stock going back to $1, which would even make it a stronger buying opportunity. Because if it ever, if the company can change their business around or do something innovative, like create a different car, like the Tofini, then yeah, the stock could explode back to, $2 or $3, which would 2 or 3x your money. So right now, Solo is a $260 million stock. It was less dilutive earlier, but they diluted shareholders some more for money. So the company even has more money on the balance sheet to exercise on the strategy. They probably need the money so they can buy the cars to resell them, or maybe they need the money because they're starting up a manufacturing in the United States and they need that cash to be able to purchase the manufacturing facility and to hire people. And in the future, they will continue to dilute shareholders. They do need the money to continue to exercise on the strategy. So, if their car and vehicle sell, they could become a multi-billion-dollar company in the future. Right? Like at one point, it was a $38 million company. This was an extreme deal. You could have made a lot of money if you bought it at below $1 when the company's market cap was extremely low, and now the company's market cap is about $218 million. So I think that in the future, if the companies can succeed, this could be valued at a couple $billion instead of $218 million, and you could potentially 10x your money. That's the gamble though. Do you think two gambles you're taking here? Gamble number one is big money will come in and push the stock price up because the Solo is selling well. Gamble number two is you also have to gamble that the Solo will have positive reviews and a lot of people like the car and it sells well, and they announce a big fleet operator for because their vehicle is purposely built for fleet operators too. Well, I mean, they like, according to this press release, they can customize their vehicle for fleet operators, and that is another revenue stream for the company. And if we look at Workhorse is only is a company that only operates on last mile delivery. Solo can be the same thing. They can be a last mile delivery company. On top of that, they can sell to consumers. Workhorse cannot. But Workhorse was valued at one point at $125 million. Now they're valued at $2.74 billion. Actually, it's been lowered quite a bit. It's $2.46 billion at the moment. So Workhorse is extremely overvalued. Why is it overvalued? Because a lot of hedge funds and institutional investors are buying this company, which is causing the stock price to rise. And then just look at NIO. NIO at one point was a $1.67 billion company. Now they are a $34 billion company. If you bought back here, you would have 10x your money. Why only 10x? Because they diluted their shareholders along the way, which caused the market cap to go up, but the share price to stay relatively the same, or not, just increase slightly because of the big money pushing up the stock. So if Solo can succeed with their vehicle, big money will come in and they will pump the stock, and retail investors who gamble that the company will succeed with their vehicle will get rewarded big time. That is my gamble with Solo Electrameccanica. Could the vehicle fail? Absolutely. That is the risk I'm taking holding on to the stock, but the reward could be 10x my money. And if this stock was to drop down to $1, I'm buying more shares. But will it? I don't know. We'll find out in the future what happens to the stock. I don't know what's gonna do. I can't control big money. If they want to pump this, they will pump this. If they don't want to pump it, then they'll leave it alone. But that's just my 2 cents. Like imagine Harley Davidson. Very similar to Electramecca's business model. They are single vehicles that are very niche. People need a motorcycle license, and not everyone can grab a motorcycle license, and it's also dangerous. And on top of that, it's not an all year round vehicle. It's for people who enjoy motorcycles. So of course there is a niche market for everything. If there wasn't, Harley Davidson would not exist. It is valued at $4.43 billion at the moment, and Solo is valued at $260 million. And Solo has the ability to sell to businesses, while Harley Davidson only can sell to consumers, and they're valued at $4.4 billion. Just pointing out something that is kind of obvious. But anyways, I hope you enjoyed my video. Thanks for watching. Oh man, this stock used to be like 50 cents. And then it went all the way up to $73. And then it crashed in 2008 all the way down to $13. Recovered to, man, this is a cyclical stock, to $73. Crashed all the way down to around $18, and now it's slightly recovering. So in theory, if you think that this stock price is going back to $60, you could buy into the stock and gamble that big money will push it back up to $60 in the future, and you could potentially double your money on Harley Davidson. Not worth the risk for me, but that's just my opinion. Anyways, thanks for watching. Subscribe for future updates and have a great day. Bye.